Hello everybody. Just take my headphones out. I rigged up a new thing for listening to music today. So basically I have had the GoPro set up, which is just behind my camera now. So you'll have seen some footage of me dancing about and singing to music. Yeah, so basically I rigged up the GoPro to kind of get the kind of wide time-lapse style footage, and then for music I've been listening to music on my phone. So it's been a much kind of more fun morning of stripping, and I don't know whether that's behind my productivity or whether I'm just feeling good physically, but I have romped on this morning. I've got all of that alcove finished, and I've gone around the whole of the chimney breast and got the whole of the chimney breast done as well. So, and I think it's about midday, I think it's about lunchtime now. So yeah, I'm really pleased. The top bit, the front bit of the chimney breast there came off really easily, to be fair. Like, well, I say really easily, it did take quite some hacking with the spatula thing, but it did come off. It just needed quite a lot of welly. So I'm really glad about that, because the kind of quicker I could get the top layer off, then the easier it was to take off sorry, low power mode just came up then. Yeah, the easier it was to take off the rest. So yeah, we've kind of romped ahead. So the only thing I've got to do is, you can just see up in the corner that bit of purple there. It's just that needs to be done. And then we're done. We're ready for the plasterers to come in. It's just a couple of little electrical things that Tom needs to do, sorting out a cable and moving a couple of the junction boxes around, but he can do that tonight. But hopefully once I finish this purple bit up here in the corner, that will be it, and we'll have finished all of the paper removal. So really happy with that. I'm going to go and have a couple of hours break now. I'm going to change out these mucky clothes. I'm going to sit down and have a bit of a rest, and then I'll finish off that last bit this afternoon. Part of me is like, should I just push through and then I'm done? But I don't know. I haven't quite decided. So I might push through. If I do, I mean, regardless, this is just going to cut forward when I do it anyway. So yeah, that last little bit to do now. I've decided I'm going to push on because we've got a skip, and I'd really like the skip to be picked up today so that I can put the car back on the drive. So yeah, I'm going to push on. This is all we've got left. That little bit there. Now I'm saying that little bit, this bit could be the worst. It could be the most hardest bit to get off. We don't know, but that's it. That's all I've got left to take off. So if I can take that off now in the next kind of hour or so, then I can ring the skip people and see if they can pick the skip up this afternoon, which would be really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to push on, listen to some more tunes and go for it.
Out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go.
And then after I'd pushed through, I gave myself a well-deserved afternoon of chilling. It was kind of a couple of hours really, rather than a full afternoon, because by the time I'd kind of cleaned up, got washed and sat on the couch, I think it was like 2 o'clock, something like that. And then Tom was home by 5. But still, I managed to get a few hours in of sitting on the couch, relaxing. I watched Call the Midwife, I lit a fire, I did some cross stitch, and I felt really accomplished for all of the work that I'd done during that day. Right, it is the night before the big plaster, and we're just getting the room kind of finished off, ready for the morning. So our only bits of furniture that were not moving out of the room have been put under this dust sheet. We've got things like the step ladders that we're keeping just in case the guys want to use it, and obviously the radiator, which can't be moved out of the room. But other than that, everything is empty. Everything's been moved. The walls are all prepped and ready. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is going to go ahead absolutely fine in the morning. So the last thing to do is to check off the last thing on the list, which was steam the lining paper off. The electrics, we can't kind of completely solve the electrics until the plastering's been done, but to be honest, that was like sort any electrics pre-plastering. So I'm gonna tick that off and then steam lining paper, tick. There you go, look at that. A full ticked to-do list. So yeah, we are ready. We are ready to go. We've got obviously got the dust sheet up there, which, top tip, staple it, which does kind of ruin your door surround slightly, but you can always wood fill them and sand them and repaint them. But that's helped it stay up a lot more. And we've got another one up at this doorway here. So yeah, we're ready to go. I'll check in with you in the morning when, well no, not in the morning. Obviously the plasterers are going to be here all day. They do tend to nip out for lunch. So if I get a chance when they nip out for lunch, I'll come in and show you how it's looking. If not, I'll film at the end of the day when they've gone home and let you know where it's at. From experience, day 1 and day 2 are spent like kind of prepping and getting things ready. And then at some point, usually towards like the end of day 2, the room goes like a hideous green colour because they've like primed it and got everything done. So yes, it will go worse than this. And then it will get better, hopefully on Friday, all being well. So yes, we'll check back in with you then. Here we are. This is what the dining room looks like after day 1 with the plasterers. I can't believe how great it's looking. It's looking so clean. Like obviously like back up in the corners up here where we've got like the cornicing and an actual nice roof. Oh, I'm so excited to see what this ceiling's going to look like when it's fully plastered. All we've seen is the god-awful wallpaper, well, roof paper, I suppose, that's been up there. And yeah, I am intrigued to know what the whole thing's going to look like when it's plastered. I think it's just going to look so clean and tidy. They've done a few little bits and pieces down here as well, so there was a load of mess of different cables and stuff going on down there. It still looks a little bit messy obviously because it's not finished yet, but that hopefully will be a lot cleaner with the cables. This green stuff, I think I did mention this in one of the other videos, it's like a primer that they put on before they can plaster over it. I don't know what it's called, but they've done it with all of the other rooms, so I'm used to seeing it now. These plasterers are amazing. They're called MMJ Plastering Services, I think. I'll put a link to their website or I'll put their name up on screen. If you're in like the West Yorkshire area and you're wanting a good plasterer, cannot recommend these guys highly enough. They've pretty much done every room in our house now. The only thing that they haven't done is our staircase. And that's because we used some other people that were horrible beforehand. So they may end up redoing the staircase at some point as well. But yeah, they're absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, this is this side as well. I realise I haven't shown you. That's what it looks like there. So that was the wall that we took out. That was where you could see the stairs going up. So that's all been plasterboarded over. And we've got a new power outlet that's going to go in there as well. And yeah, that's how it's going. I promise you that I did get up, shower, do my hair and put makeup on this morning, but it all seems to have disappeared. I am feeling absolutely horrendous. I've got pain like in my back, not back pain, it's not back pain, I know it's not. It's almost like kidney pain. And I'm sure it's not. I'm sure I've not like got kidney pain or anything like that, but that's kind of where it feels like in my back. I feel sick. I've got a banging headache. And I don't know whether it's that thing of, you know what you always get when like you start a project or you work really hard for a set period of time and then when you're finished, you kind of crash. I'm thinking that's maybe what's happening. I've pushed through all weekend and now suddenly I'm having a crash because the plasterers are here and I've handed it off to them. So I am feeling horrendous. I'm not even sure I'm going to have any dinner. I think I might just go and get into bed. I've already been in bed once today. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm actually going to get back into bed. So I will check back in with you tomorrow when the guys have worked their magic again. Hello everybody, look at what's behind me. It's a plastered wall. I'm so happy. It's all done. Well, no, it's not all done. What am I talking about? Hold on. Sorry, I was just checking that the plasterers had actually left and that there weren't anybody downstairs just listening to me and laughing at me quietly, because I'm sure that they would think it was very strange for me to be talking to myself on camera. But yes, they have gone for the day. So this is the end of day 2 and we have 2/3 fully plastered walls. Let me show you. So here we go. This is one done wall. I mean, I don't know if it's completely finished. One of the things that they do is they kind of sand it down and wet it to kind of like make sure that it's as smooth as possible. I'm obviously not going to touch it, but I don't know if they've done that yet. They may have already done that. They haven't done the ceiling yet, but again, that's tomorrow's job. So yeah, how amazing is that looking? I love the colour of plaster. I wish that I had the confidence to like paint my house the colour of dried plaster. I mean, this is a bit dark at the moment, but when it's dried, it goes the most beautiful kind of like Mediterranean pink. I'd love to paint my house that colour, but I don't think I've got the confidence. I think this is probably just going to be bog standard white as per usual. But yeah, it's looking absolutely fantastic. And then on this side, we've still got the green at the moment because a lot of work has been done on this today. As you can tell, probably from looking at it, these are new floorboards. So we are thankfully having a floor put down. So it doesn't matter that they look different. We decided basically in the kitchen, the floor, we sanded the floor. I'll show you quickly just so that you're not staring at the floor. Yeah, obviously this is the kitchen that has been sanded. As you can see on camera, it has not worn well. I mean, it's mucky at the moment because there's no point in me cleaning the floor when we've got people coming in and out of the house doing plastering and stuff. So it is mucky at the moment, but as well, the kind of lacquer just hasn't lasted as long as we wanted it to. And so the initial plan was to sand in here as well, but we've since decided that there's just no point. It's also, our cellar is underneath here, and in the living room, we have a void underneath. It's not a cellar because it's not full height, but there is a void under there. So it is a heat sink. The floor just, the heat just disappears through the floor. So the other reason to get proper wood flooring put down is that we can have thermal insulation put underneath. We're not going to do anything bougie like have underfloor heating, especially not with the bloody electricity bills, what they are at the moment. But just having some thermal insulation underneath will help it retain some heat more. So that's another reason that we're going to have a proper floor put down. So it doesn't matter that they've got this big hole in. And to be honest, they've had to, because they've had to take out quite a lot of wood. So basically underneath here, I don't know if I've said this on another video, so I apologise if I'm repeating myself, but in case you haven't watched the last part, Tom found a rotting beam underneath there. So we have beams that run kind of this way in the house, and the one that was right at the back there was rotten. It was completely soft, squid jay. You could just break it with your hand. And so we knew that one would need to be replaced. Anyway, when they pulled the floorboards up and had a look, the kind of rotten wood extended quite a bit further. So there was a beam that came this way that was rotten kind of there, and then there was a second beam kind of here that was rotten as well. So they had to cut out quite a lot, and that's why there is that massive section of floor that's had to be taken up, and then they've obviously replaced it with fresh floorboards, which is very nice of them. So yeah, that's why that looks like that, and that's why not as much has been plastered today, because they've been focusing very much on that. And then yeah, they've done this bit over here in this corner. This must have been the last bit that they finished today before they set off, because this is obviously quite a lot darker than on the other side of the room. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it. It's just looking clean. I mean, it is bright green, so there's only so much you can say in terms of it. Oh, it looks amazing, because it is a bright green wall. But for us, this bit signals the putting back together stage, and it's so nice when it gets to this stage. Starts to look like a proper house again, which is nice. So yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. I don't know what happened yesterday, but it got to about 4 o'clock and I just suddenly came over really sick. I had pain in like my back, but not like back pain. It was almost like deep muscle or even like an organ, which sounds really dramatic. But yeah, I had this really weird pain and I felt really sick and I had a headache. And I think I just had a bit of a getting lost in your head day, which I don't know if anybody else has, but sometimes I get stressed and I get anxious over like the littlest things. So yesterday it was my income, which is not a little thing, obviously, it's quite a big thing, but I've been doing my tax return with my accountant this week and just kind of looking at my current income to date and my projected income for the rest of this financial year, and then just panicking, like, oh my God, what if I don't get any more clients? What if I don't get any more money in? What am I going to do? And is this enough money? This isn't really the amount of money I thought I was going to make this year. And I completely spiraled and I just could not get myself out of that way of thinking. And I think that maybe had something to do with the fact that I then felt ill because I've allowed my brain to go into this weird spiral. So I felt shocking. It's been a long time since I felt that ill, but I just went to bed. I ate some really bad pasta, which was like one of those dolmio stirring pots. Oh, horrible. But I just ate a bit of pasta and then went to bed and just stayed in bed all evening. And I feel absolutely fine today. Very bizarre. In fact, I got out of bed last night at about 7 o'clock to go and make some dinner and my whole eyelid had completely swollen up. If I feel confident enough, I will post a photo. But if there's no photo here, it's because I looked at the photo and thought I am not posting that on the internet. But yeah, my eyelid had like really swollen up and it was so bizarre. It was almost like my body was physically reacting to what was going on in my mind. But yeah, I feel totally better today. I've had my meeting with my accountant this morning. That all went fine. And I've just had a really lovely meeting with Rachel, who if you've seen my event video where I went to Pendle and I delivered my walk-in and wellbeing event, Rachel came on that event with me and she delivered a mindfulness exercise as part of that event. Well, she is launching a membership, which is absolutely amazing. It's called Nature Fix. I'll pop the link in the description box of this video. Please go and check it out. If you like meditation, mindfulness, well-being, nature, being outdoors, then her membership is definitely for you. And it's £5 a month, which is really affordable and you get so much content for that. But I'm working with her at the moment to do the marketing for it. So we've just had a really lovely chat, doing a marketing plan, thinking about branding and stuff. So I always come out of meetings with Rachel and with people like that, like creative people working with organisations that really do kind of heartwarming stuff. I always come out of those meetings feeling cosy and happy. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit on a bit of a buzz today compared to yesterday, which is always nice. It's always the way it works, isn't it? You spend one day feeling like shit and then the next day, inevitably, you feel much better. And I think that's something that we all need to remember when we're having those bad days, is that the next day will be better. It always is. So yeah, right, I'm going to shut up, stop waffling, and I'm going to go and continue on with some work. And I guess I will check in with you again tomorrow, probably the same time tomorrow, when hopefully this room is totally finished. I think it is. They've said that they're on schedule to finish tomorrow. So yeah, I will check in with you then. And we get Stanley back tomorrow. Yay! I've missed him. I've really, really missed him this week. I think normally we go on holiday when he goes to the cattery. And so, yeah, I miss him, but I'm also on holiday. Whereas this time we've been at home and this house does not feel like a home without Stanley in it. Even if it has been so nice not to have any of his fluff all over the house. That has been nice, I have to say. But it's not worth it. I'd rather have the fluff and have my Stanley with me. So I'm looking forward to getting him home tomorrow. Hello everyone. I'm actually currently editing the video that you are now watching and realising that after that last clip I didn't actually film when we got Stanley back at the weekend, so I'm just going to put the kettle on, make a coffee, and whilst the kettle is boiling know why I said it like that. Whilst, oh God, the kitchen's a mess. Whilst kettle's boiling, I thought I would show you this room because obviously the plaster is finished and the plaster has kind of started to dry now, and we put some stuff down on the floor. So it was a nice kind of wrap up to show you where it's at, because I don't think I'm going to do any more videos. Obviously you will see this room in the course of future vlogs and future videos. I'm not going to do any more renovating content after this one, so this is kind of the finished product that you will see on this video. So this is the room finished. It's looking a really, really weird brown colour on camera, which is a shame because it's the most beautiful kind of pinky colour in real life. I really do like it. There are a couple of bits that we're still waiting to dry, but that's to be expected. But hopefully that will dry out over the next couple of days. It's currently Wednesday, so we've got another couple of days, and then on the weekend we're going to start painting. So the plasterers did an absolutely amazing job of saving the ceiling rose. So we always kind of had the ambition to keep it, but if you can see the big circle here, the big outer circle, we had actually told the plasterers that if they needed to plaster up to that point and kind of get rid of the outside bit of kind of detail, that would be fine. They have done such a great job, and we're really thankful to them for actually doing that and for taking the time and doing the extra effort to kind of keep as much of that detail as they could. We really, really love it. And it just looks so nice in an actual plastered ceiling, like not paper. It's not anaglypta. It just looks so nice. The anaglypta, fun fact, is actually beneath the plastering. They just overboarded the ceiling. So the anaglypta actually is still part of the house and will probably be part of the house forever. So this is this side of the house now. And then you'll see here on the floor, we have put a little bit of flooring down. Now this is, it's a liner click black thing. I think it's basically, it's a little bit like an underlay that goes under wood floors. It's a very cheap one, but we put it down because the floor was obviously coated in plaster dust and loads of other bits and pieces, and we just wanted something that would be easier to kind of clean, because we don't know exactly when we're going to get the floor done. It could be a couple of months. We're hoping to have everything done by Christmas, but it could be a couple of months, and we just didn't want to be trailing plaster dust and floor dust and stuff around the house. So Tom went and got this from Wickes, and I think it was about £20 a box, and we needed 3 boxes, so it wasn't too expensive. But yeah, I've got nothing on my feet. It's really nice to walk on, and it just again makes the room look a lot tidier. So yes, this is the room as we have it. So very, very, very happy with how it's turned out. Just really looking forward to getting the room kind of put back together. So fireplace plans very quickly. We are planning to tile over the marble, and then we're going to spray paint the fire itself black, and we're going to spray paint it with a fire safe, heat safe paint, so that we can potentially use it as a gas fire if we want to. So yeah, we want some heat safe black paint to use on there. So that's the plan with that. Lighting wise, I don't know, because lighting is one of the things that I struggle with so much in terms of finding things that I like. I don't like a lot of lights. It took me absolutely months to find those ones and to find the lights for our bedroom. So I think what I'm kind of thinking at the moment is I might just spray paint this one black, get some nicer looking kind of bulbs that show the filament in it, and just shove that one back up just for the interim, and then at least we've got a light. It's okay in terms of style, and then I can find something in time because it needs some kind of chandelier hanging pendant, and I don't like anything that I've seen so far to date. So, but yes, I'm going to be quiet because I am aware that this vlog, unlike the last one, is less footage and more me talking at the camera. So here's your last shots of the room. You may see some painting kind of weekendy content on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, then please do. I'm Charlotte Furness Writer on Instagram. And yeah, any bonus content will be shared over there. Yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for watching the other renovation video and just generally clicking on my content. I really appreciate it. If you are subscribed to the channel, thank you. Love you so much. If you are not subscribed and you're considering, please do consider subscribing. I put videos out every Monday-ish. Obviously this week's not been published on a Monday, but regularly I post on a Monday, 7 p.m. UK time. And yeah, it's all kind of different content around history, books, writing, because I'm a writer as well as a book lover, and lots of different cozy kind of home content as well. So if that's your bag, please consider subscribing. All the details of where you can find me, my books, follow me online is all in the description. So yes, thank you all again, and I will see you next week. Bye. Also, I forgot to talk about Stanley. He came back from the cattery on Saturday and has been a little snuggle bug since. And the reason I'm down here crouched in a corner is because... Oh, hello, baby. Are you all snuggled? You're nice and cozy in there. Yeah? Oh, okay, I'll leave you alone. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that he is home. And I think putting him into the cattery was definitely the best idea for him. He's been so less stressed. Haven't you? Okay, I'll leave you alone. I love you.